All right, Lady Ada, what is this?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this hangout. It's time for show and tell. Every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. It's me, Lady Ada, with me, Mr. Lady Ada, here at the Adafruit factory. We do all the design, testing, shipping, manufacture, kitting, documentation, videoing of all the electronic goodies that you know and love. But for the next half hour, we're going to check in with people around the world. It's time for show and tell. Show and tell means that you, the viewer, get your webcam, come by this free hangout, show off your project for a couple minutes, and we all go, ooh, that's so cool. And maybe we'll even get you a sticker. So let's kick it off with some Adafruit folks, and then we'll see who else comes by. First up, Phil B. He's a dragon.
Hello there. Yeah, our animated GIF player project for the Pi portal, Lady Ada and I, we attacked the code from two different sides and got it playing back a lot faster. Most GIFs now are pretty much full speed. So there's, that dragon one, it was pretty choppy before.
Yeah.
And then now it's just super smooth.
Buttery smooth, as you say.
Buttery, so you got to have butter in there, yeah.
You always see butter. Is you just like butter? Is that the deal?
I don't know what it is. Just someone described scroll. It was Steve Jobs. Scrolls like butter.
Oh yeah. Since then, you've just been like, "What do you mean?"
Butter
doesn't scroll at all.
Yeah, but like here it is playing back Big Buck Bunny as a GIF. Start to finish. It's not quite 100%, but it's in the ballpark, which is pretty amazing because this used to require, like a Raspberry Pi to do that.
Yeah.
And now
it's basically off the SD card too, which is new. Like it used to be you can only be fast from QSpy, but now.
Right, now the card is fast as well. In addition, there's now a bunch of overclocking and optimization settings in the SAMD board package. I mentioned this last week, and I owe M0 people an apology because it turns out the optimizations just don't work there. So this is M4 stuff only, but it's you can get like triple the speed out of stuff. It's really impressive, but it's bleeding edge. I don't know if anyone's old enough to remember when PCs had a turbo button on them and you turn it on and you couldn't play Microsoft Flight Simulator anymore. We're kind of like at that point where there's going to be a little bit of a adaptation time to
like neopixels, like anything that's really timing specific.
Yeah.
Because we're messing with like how fast the chip thinks it's going.
Right.
So neopixels definitely don't work, but we'll get that working eventually, and then other stuff might break, and then that's just
absolutely yeah. Neopixel does not work, but I checked, and Neopixel DMA and Neopixelate both should work fine in the interim.
Okay, well, I can just use that.
So that's what we got going on is dragons.
Yay, dragons. Yeah, and what's nice is that you can now just drag any GIFs you want onto an SD card, pop them in. And I thought, what's interesting is so many other microcontroller display projects are like, okay, now convert the video into this format, or like, you know what I mean? It's this, and this is like, it's just GIF. It's like everyone knows GIFs.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, well, I've watched Big Buck Bunny like 4 times now because I've been also debugging it. And I think we'll be able to get it full speed real soon. All right, well, thanks, Phil B., who is anonymous but dragony. All right, next up, Noe Pedro.
Hey, folks. We have a 3D printed cosplay prop this week. This is the Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts. It's the Kingdom Key. It's the original, this kind of big piece. Yay, it's 3D printed. This one's nice because I wanted it to be a kit that's easy to put together. So one of the main goals was to make it so that I can break it down. As you can see, it's a little bit too big to wield in this frame. So I like
it, though. It's like a real Keyblade.
Yeah, right? It's as big as one. So I made these cool threads on all of the pieces. So what's cool about threads is it has the perfect shape for printing perfectly on a 3D printer without any support material because of the shape of it.
Yeah, they're like wide threads and stuff.
Yeah, they're like wide threaded. So we got those there. A couple of heat set inserts and fasteners to clamp these two pieces together. And the blade is hollow, so it's using as least material as it can. And then the wards of the key, which is this thing here. This has like a V slot that slots into this thing. And I have a video with some photos because the element I'm using is infused with glitter. So that gives the parts a really nice shine and some texture to it. So when you get close up in there and you shine some light, you get some really nice
It's a
glittery.
good timing because Kingdom Hearts, I know that there are people who are
Yeah,
trying to
the
play it.
3 came out not too long ago, and I've been playing it a lot, and so has my nephew, and that's one of the reasons why I built it, because he really
What's it? Is it? It's like a cross between like Final Fantasy and like Disney, like cartoon?
Exactly. Yeah, it's across. Man, the lore is pretty deep, so I'm out of my element there. I don't
Yeah,
know
okay.
too well. I don't try to understand it, but apparently this thing is magical and it can unlock worlds.
It's cool.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty interesting. I like the shape of it because it's so simple looking. I was able to spend a little bit more time on like the fastening bits of it, right? So making it so that it has really nice tolerances.
Well, it's a nice build.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And then we also have dragons.
Yes.
Which over here?
So
Over there.
somewhere.
Over there.
I showed over here because it's
Oh,
so
yes.
massive.
Let's do that. This
Okay.
is big.
It's pretty big.
Look
So
at the.
big, lots of details on there. Of course, we're gonna put LEDs and neopixels in there.
How do you print that? Is there supports or what?
No supports. I'll show how I sliced it up so I didn't have to use any of that. I think that's what the designer wanted. I didn't design this. I just added lights to it. But it's so detailed that I don't know if we can zoom up on there. The little white walker's right there.
Yeah, the Night King. He's hanging
Oh
out.
wait, that's actually it's a Game of Thrones dragon. I didn't know that.
I have to
Magnifying glass.
reprint it in the translucent filament so we could get a little better look.
Get
at
on
him.
this angle. I think you can get a little bit closer.
Yeah, but excellent model.
Yeah,
We'll show
that's
you
nice.
what this is going to go into next week.
Okay,
I'll
Awesome.
preview.
sweet.
Cool. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah. All right, next up, JP. Hello.
Hey, hello. So I'm really excited. I've got a Pybadge in now, and I am working on creating a guide to show people how to create pixel art for character sprites. Let me switch to the overhead so we can get a little better view of this. 1 second.
Okay.
All right, so there's my Pybadge, and I've got Ruby, our little red LED from the circuit playground there. And I'm just using the D-pad right now to move the character around the screen. And I think I've also got collision on, so I can't go off the screen. So these are really simple things to do, actually, just a few blocks to create the character and then move it around and have it not fly off the screen. So I'll be showing those on my show tomorrow. And I've got a guide I'm doing that's all about how to create this type of pixel art for your games. So we're going to have a lot of different ways that you can create games on the Pybadge. One of them is going to be makecode, so I'm going to be showing those off in the next few weeks so you can start to get ready and get excited about making games. So,
And you had all those makecode minutes that you'll be able to refer to.
that's right, yeah. So the makecode arcade, the makecode minute about arcade, those apply to the in-browser simulator. Those apply to a whole slew of different microcontrollers and Raspberry Pi that you can put the games onto, which is great because being able to develop on one platform and then put it out to different consoles is sometimes tricky, and sometimes you don't feel like refactoring and recoding things for different consoles. But in this case, it's really auto magical for you. So.
This is better than Unity for sure.
A lot easier.
All right. Okay, sweet. Well, thanks, JP, and everyone tune in. There's going to be a lot of cool gaming stuff coming out. It's April. April showers bring May gaming flowers.
Handheld games. That's
Yeah. All right, sweet. Okay, next up, let's go to Chris. Hey, Chris.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, let me switch screens here. Press Alt Tab. Go to sleep. Okay, I'm on screen share here, and this is the photo of my bent up arm. And you can see I've got my elbow sitting on some padding, and what you can't see is that my wrist is actually resting on a bar on the armrest.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes my arm gets uncomfortable down that low, so I have to raise it up. Oops, too far. Spoiler. Here it is with just my elbow sitting on the armrest, but my hand is just hanging in midair there. And that gets a little bit painful, that it's just suspended with nothing to hold my wrist in. So I get into Fusion 360 and I designed me a little wrist prop, something that would sit on my leg and hold my wrist up and relieve some of the strain on it. So a simple little thing. The little hole there is for a wing nut that you can screw in there and adjust the height. And then here is the 3D printed version. I glued some foam rubber or some foam padding on it to make it a little bit more comfortable. And it turns out that the fit was so tight on the telescoping that I didn't need to put a screw in it.
Mm.
It's a good thing that when I stuck it in, it ended up the right height because that sucker's stuck. It won't go up or down right now. But anyway, then here it is with my elbow on the armrest and the prop under my wrist. And that's a lot more comfortable. So this was the first version. I'm going to make another version that's a little bit more rounded on the top. The other one was kind of digging into my wrist a little bit. And this one I'll be able to lay it down flat where I want to put my elbow down. There's a close-up of what the top is going to look like. I was printing it this afternoon, and it fell over about a half hour before it was done. So I'll go back to it as soon as I can. And as always, you can see more about my projects at tech.cyborg5.com. And any other assistive technology issues, visit us at AT Makers on Facebook. And I have one other piece of news to share. I start my screen sharing here and get back online. Well, yeah, pardon me. You know that back in February, we lost my dad, and that was going to be some pretty big life changes for me. I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen. And there was a real possibility I was going to have to end up in a skilled nursing facility. But I'm happy to report that that is no longer the case. I've got an old friend of mine, someone that I met online 30 years ago, who's going to come and move in with me and be my part-time caregiver. And so I get to stay at my own home and continue to do all sorts of fun maker projects in my own home, just like I always have. So I'm really looking forward to that. The move is going to happen the middle of next month. And I'll introduce you to my new roommates when they get here. They're a bit of a maker themselves. She does craft work that she sells on Etsy, my friend Barbara. So anyway, that's all to know around here.
That's
Outstanding.
awesome.
That's great news,
Congratulations.
Chris. And when they do arrive, please have them on the show. You've already gotten stickers, but they haven't.
Yeah,
So
I'd love
I'm
to see
looking
their
forward-
crafting it'd and they can promote their Etsy stuff, and
Yeah.
it'd be great to meet if they'd like to. If they don't want to, then of course they don't have to.
Yeah, well, I will.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, Bill had mentioned that was there was some possibilities, and this is the best possible one, so you can keep making.
I'm just like that. We're gonna keep seeing you making projects because I love all the stuff you're working. It's always like so neat. It's always like a little bit like 3D printery, and then there's like Bluetoothy, and then Wi-Fi. It's a little bit different every time, which I like. It's a fruit salad.
Still got big plans for further enhancements to the IR library. I need to support some more platforms. Still don't do any of the ESP 8266 or ESP 32s or NRF boards. So we'll work on some of that.
Yeah, check out the new airless boards. The Python ESP stuff should be a lot easier than Arduino with the requests library. You should be able to like send and get JSON data, Adafruit.io data. I think Python is the way to go. So try it out if you haven't gotten one of those. We'll just send you one.
All right.
Thanks, Chris.
Good to see you.
And I can't wait to see you again.
All right.
Hey,
Next up,
Mercury.
Mercury, unmute your mic and show us your project.
Hey, Mercury.
I don't know if he can hear us.
Hi.
Oh,
Can you unmute your mic so we can hear you?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear
Hello,
you now.
show your
Alright.
project.
Hi, welcome.
Hi. This is my first Adafruit live show, so I'm kind of nervous. I've been doing this for 1 year, and I'm having fun with Adafruit. And my project is an updated project that Adafruit made about some time ago on the celebration spectacles. If you can look it up, it was originally made for a Trinket, but the Trinket is very limited on space. So I updated one with a Trinket MO.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And the Trinket MO can have more space and it's a lot more better.
Yeah.
But then I updated it to I put some Adafruit steroids on it, put a
Bluetooth.
Feather 32 UF Bluetooth, and what it does the same thing, but it has more control. So let me connect it, show you guys what it does pretty quick.
All right. Looks
So-
great.
Excellent use of the USB cable.
So let me connect to it using the Adafruit app.
This is a new Samsung phone that they're nervous about releasing.
This is Samsung glasses.
No. This is just an LG phone, and just select the color.
Ah, yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's cool. I wish this was a new Samsung phone.
We're just kidding. We know it's not the Samsung phone.
They had a sporting phone that didn't work out.
But this is way better. This works great.
Yeah, so all these animations are added. They're not in the original. Tutorial because they're very limited on a Trinket. So adding an MO is a lot more better. You have more control, more space, and besides the basic animations, it can do this animation with the controller.
Oh, cool.
Good work.
Yeah, and you can add any number of animations. I mean, there's so many ways you can add control to it.
You have a lot of space on the MO. This one looks nice at the very dark. And then you have a rainbow, basic rainbow on it.
Yeah.
And then you have the other rainbow on it. I put down the color to about 15 on the brightness because if I put 30 or something, it's too bright for the camera. If I put 1, it's too low and you can't see anything. You can't see the animations. And then I added a microphone.
Oh, nice.
So the more you talk, the more they light up.
That's great.
Auto gain microphone. And this also has a microphone, different elements, different animations.
Yeah. Wow, that one's really nice.
So when I show this off in the train, because I'm here in LA, when I show it off, people are just amazed. And, I like to share this code and share it with the community, and maybe you can enjoy it too on New Year's Day or in a party.
Well,
outstanding.
It
Just
looks
an
so
excellent
cool.
project. Great first showing on Show and Tell. And then since you've watched before, you know the drill. Email support@adafruit.com and we'll send you out an SE on the Show and Tell sticker. Congratulations.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah,
and
great
good
work.
work. I love when you talk with glasses.
All right.
All right, sweet.
And then we had one more person come
Hey,
in.
Nate.
Nate.
Hi, Nate.
Hello. Unmute your mic and show us your project, Nate.
Hello. My name's Nathaniel, and I am just getting started with the project. So
That's awesome.
And I'm basically I'm living in a house for the mentally disabled, and I'm attempting to create some assistive technologies. So I've thought of an idea that is a pair of glasses, either an e-paper display or a neopixel matrix, and a bone conduction transducer that's basically just a pair of glasses that you can wear, and you can basically it can direct you to places. And I'm thinking there should be a mode that you just press one button and it directs you home. So it's useful for more than just assistive tech. I think it's just a really cool concept.
That's cool. Well, this is what I like about people building assistive technology when they're in the place or they're working with the people is you can build something and then get quick feedback from the people who are using it. So
Right.
I think if you start your project, you'll maybe add, the LEDs, and then maybe that doesn't work out and you'll lose the e-ink, and then maybe that, that you change that around and then add bone conduction or not. So you've got a great start. Are you going to use like an Arduino? What do you think is going to be the microcontroller?
I'm thinking I'm going to use a Raspberry Pi Zero W.
Okay.
Mine is currently broken, so I'm going to prototype it on a Raspberry Pi 2.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. Yeah, it's make it big, and then you can always make it smaller. Well, as you work on assistive technology, check out the AT Makers Facebook page, because a lot of people there, and they can maybe help you with some advice, or you can give other people advice. I'm sure the people who could use your knowledge. And as you build your project, come by, and we want to see your progress.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, we love to see people, especially if it doesn't work. That's even better, because you can say, "Here's what I learned. You can't do this."
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Nathaniel, and good luck on your project. And we'd love to see the updates as you do them. Yeah.
And you can get your sticker in advance, or you can wait till it's done and email support@adafruit.com and send you a sticker.
Up to you.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. Okay, so we're going to do assistive check.
Okay, that's our
check.
show and tell for tonight. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
We'll see you here next week. We do this every single week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for making this the best half an hour of our week every single week. Ask an Engineer starts in a few minutes.
Thank you, Phil B. Dragon. Thank you, Noe Pedro and Dragon. Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you, Mercury's Glasses. Thank you, JP and Ruby. And thank you, Chris and Chris's soon-to-be roommate.
That's right. Okay, we'll see everybody next week.
In a few minutes.
And
And
Ask
next
an
week.
Engineer starts in a few minutes.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.